what's up,
They
guys?
ain't paying me, so I ain't want to, I ain't want to shout them out.
Right. What's
Nope.
up, guys? Another episode of Unbiased Sports Talk. I'm going to be doing the hosting today, buddy. I'm going to be in charge about who goes first and who goes last, God damn it.
Okay.
You got the juice now.
You got the juice now, Grandpa.
I got the juice now. It's football season, but, basketball is still here for some odd reason. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about the USA team. I have a question for y'all. This current USA team, would you say they are a embarrassment to the US based on their performance?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say embarrassment, but it just shows what strong player leadership is needed to succeed in that level. Like, there's pretty much zero veterans that have played in that FIBA stage before, and the FIBA basketball rules aren't something you just pick up and go with. It's completely different from USA, NBA basketball. So yeah, you can get some good talent there because it is good young talent, but good young talent learning a game like that is going to mess them up. Like, it took Melo how long really to get adjusted to those rules, and then he became a great international player on that stage. Like, even the team he was on with LeBron, and then when they got LeBron's, that was a team of great players, but they weren't understanding of the FIBA rules, and of course, they don't have the discipline like when they got with Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, do these players have somebody with that work ethic to make the international stage something they can shine on? This could be either their wake-up call or not, because, I see a lot of the jokes going around talking about, is Dennis Schroeder not the best player in the world because they won the FIBA Cup? It's technically all the teams that have entered in there are of the world. So is he now a world champion? Or does he have to wait for the NBA to recognize him as one?
No allows.
Hey.
According to the definition, world champion.
Yeah, going to it. I'll jump in because that's what your thing. So you go last.
All right.
As I asked the question, I realized how, like, when I ask her questions, I ruffle people's feathers because I use such strong words like embarrassment and stuff. So, sticking with the topic then. I wouldn't really say it's an embarrassment, but I would say it's a shame in the sense of how we operate our USA team versus other teams around the country, right? Other teams, right? They try out, right? Like, they get the best of the best onto their team. Our team, we gotta select guys. Correct? Am I correct? Like, it's a selection, right?
In a way, I think they still do tryouts.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'll say the next thing is for us to say that we have, like, the best players in the world. We go out there and we lose the type of games that we're losing. It's kind of like, what's up? You feel me? Gilbert Arenas going hard in the paint. He said, we out there losing with our D team. I said, be honest with you, he's not really lying because I guess who's the best player on the team? We would say is Jared Jackson or Zach Brunson. I keep saying Zach Brunson, not Zach Brunson. What's the guy's name from the New York Knicks? The point guard. Brunson, right?
Jalen Brunson.
Brunson, yeah.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson.
He is, if he was to rank him, I guess he's like a top 30, top 40 player in the league. Top 30, top 40.
Can be. You can say that. Yeah.
Possibly top 25. And then the next guy I would say it is Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson probably like top 30, top 35. And then everybody else is kind of like a little bit. Oh, I forgot about Brandon Ingram. My bad. He's top.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards, I'm about to say, you don't think Anthony Edwards is the best player on the team?
Technically, he could be the best player on the team.
I feel like Anthony Edwards is a little bit. I feel like Anthony Edwards is a little bit yet to be determined, just because of where, like, what I see Brunson do with the New York Knicks coming from the Dallas Mavericks and stuff, versus what I'm seeing Anthony Edwards do with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Granted, I guess the difficulty is different and stuff. So, I mean, it could go either way. I don't care if I'm wrong about it. Either way, they don't have not one top 10 player on the team, or a top 20 player on the team over there to win ball games.
Yeah, I mean, you could say like Edwards are the keys to that team. It's still Cat's team right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
technically, yeah.
Brunson he was driving a rental. Somebody had to take over that team. He did.
Mm-hmm.
So I would agree that it's not an embarrassment per se. It's not the desired outcome. Obviously, folks are disappointed, but I don't think there was a ton of going into it. I don't think there was a ton of expectation for this team to do a lot because everybody's talking about exactly what you're saying. They're the D team, B team, whatever you want to call it. But ultimately, there's two big issues with that team, and then ultimately how we run the U.S. men's basketball teams. And so I'll first start off with this team. Like ultimately, in that last game, they were undersized. All their big men were sitting out. So, and even when you had your quote unquote big men, they're 6'11", and they normally play like the 4 on their teams. They don't even play the 5. So I think they need to obviously build the team better and have size because these other Olympic teams have size on their squad. And that's where they struggle rebounding the ball, struggle defending the paint throughout the entire tournament. So ultimately, what they need to do, what these other teams are doing, like you said, they have chemistry. They built the team. They play together. Even the superstars that, quote unquote, stars that come from the NBA, the rest of those guys are still playing with each other while the guys are in the NBA playing, and they come back and they link up. So I think they need to try to. We have so many talented people across the United States. We got so many leagues now, the G League and these other leagues out there where you can have guys actually commit to, say, a 4-year contract to play U.S. men's basketball. And therefore, you can have these guys build the team, have chemistry, actually put some schemes and plays in place. Because these dudes out here playing and want pickup. They ain't even running schemes and running plays like some of these other teams are doing, which is why they're able to beat them. So if they do that and don't force, it's hard for these NBA. I think everybody wants the NBA guys, but they don't realize all the commitments the NBA guys have to do. They got the movies, they got other commercials and other things they got to do in the off season. So to have them commit their off time to go and play basketball for a U.S. team, it's hard for some of those guys to do because like, hey, you messing up my money, and that's just their focus. So I think you can have quality guys if you, like you said, get other folks from around the U.S. to commit to playing team basketball with USA, and they can have some good success if they actually put in plays and have a team that has chemistry.
Can I say something as well?
Go on.
I also think like we mentioned these other countries, they play for country pride. We don't really play for USA pride here. So we don't always put our best people out there for the FIBA International. We'll put a lot of our best players out there for the Olympics. But when it comes to FIBA play, they kind of treat it as, all right, who wants to go? And then of those who want to go, who's the best of who wants to go? And then that's what we send. Because like I said, we could send younger guys, we could send college guys, but they pretty much kind of give who wants to go from the NBA. But I don't know, because there's plenty of big men in college that might want to play for their country.
But you know what, though? With you saying that, though, I feel like with college guys versus the team that's out there, there's going to be more of a want-to of the play great from a college guy than the current guys that are there right now. Because all you're really seeing, to tie into what Maul is saying, is you got guys from these other countries that has more of a want-to win these games. Like you're seeing guys out there like Jordan Clarkson crying. You see other dudes like, they're in their emotions and stuff. And that's not to say that the USA guys are not in their emotions, but based on how they are playing compared to the other countries and stuff, it's like I don't see the want to. I see more so, I play for the NBA. I'm here. It's a luxury to play with me. Blah, blah, blah. It's too lackadaisical for me versus when I watch these same dudes like a Austin Reeves. I feel like Austin Reeves gets way more effort for the LA Lakers compared to what I've been seeing with the USA team.
I mean, but you got to see some of these guys on the international stage. This is their first time or only time they'll get seen by the NBA on a big stage against NBA players. So they might play harder going for a contract.
What you was about to say?
No, I was going to say, I hear all that, and that's to an extent, but I think it's more so that these other teams know their roles, right? They know, all right, Dennis Schroeder, he's going to be the guy on the team, and everybody else fits in and plays around him. I mean, hell, go back when Luis Scola was going off back in, I forgot what year that was, with Spain, killing them because, again, he had his role. The other guys knew their roles, and he was the guy, even though he wasn't the guy on the Rockets. So everybody think, oh, how you let Luis Scola beat you? But he's the guy on that team, and he showed up and he balled out. So that goes to your thing about playing for your country. But more importantly, they know how they play as a team. These guys are just now getting together like an all-star team, trying to figure each other out while they do these exhibition matches, and then hopefully have a game plan together when they actually start the tournament. These guys already know what they're going to do going into it from the start. And so that's what I'm saying, like the chemistry, the team building from the start, it's hard to do that with a bunch of guys, no matter how great they are. The other teams around the world are getting better. The players getting better. You have NBA players on these other teams, so it ain't like you're playing bums. So you're going to have better schemes in place, better coaching in order to beat these teams, better chemistry. That's just going to be what it is. Even if you put this dream team together, they're talking about with LeBron and everybody else, they still might get smacked.
So I got a counter argument for you. Actually, I have a question for you. I don't have a counter argument. I have a question for you. So when you speak of chemistry, is chemistry for both sides of the ball or offensive? Because I'm going based on.
No, both sides of the ball. So I think defense, more so than anything in basketball, is really effort. You really got to put forth effort. So yes, but still, even with a team concept, if you have a way that you're going to play defense as a team, you know who's going to rotate around and all that. You know who's got the athleticism, the block shots, whatever. You can know how your team's going to operate in certain situations because you have that chemistry, you have that knowledge of each player on the team. You just getting together, y'all just started playing 2 days ago. You don't necessarily know
the same thing.
So you ain't on the same page. The defense doesn't move as one unit. People are moving and then they pointing fingers at each other like, oh, this person, you missed your assignment. You ain't got that if y'all been playing together. You know exactly what you need to do and where you need to be. So I think that's a big deal when you start playing against teams when they're running sets and running plays. Like you can't be out of position.
I guess that is a 50-50 thing because when we're talking about offense, I definitely agree with you about the sense of the chemistry. When we talk about defense, I feel like defense is a split, like a 50-50. It's effort / chemistry, because like if we're running a man concept, like we're manning up and everything, that's just about effort. Now, if we're zoning, that's a chemistry in the sense of, trusting that the guy's going to be in his position and stuff to go after that guy versus relying on somebody else. So, but overall, overall though, you're like the whole point is most of these countries, majority of the countries, except for ours, are getting their best guys to come out, to come play the guys that would he even make the team if all our guys was to legitimately make the team.
Right. And they know each other. They've been playing together.
Right. Which leads to a quick take, and then we about to switch out. Right. Quick take. Name your starting five. They have to be USA players. Name your starting five. Who will be your
starting five?
Who will be your five for the US?
You talking about current team right now that's playing next year?
Next year, yeah. Who will be your five? If you select five, who will your five be from 1 to 5?
You want me to go first?
I mean, anybody who got eyes are blinking, shit.
I gotta think about who's actually a U.S. person, not on another country. because you got a lot of dudes, top guys who's actually foreign.
Because I'm not gonna lie, the position I'm struggling with is the 5.
Yeah, center. That's what I'm thinking. Most centers right now are foreign.
Yeah, all our best ones are all right, correct, foreign.
Yeah.
Because I was about to say the best one who's not
Yeah.
playing, the best one to me who's not playing is between Dwight Howard and DeMarcus Cousins.
Mm. Yeah, because all our dudes like again, Bam, he's undersized. AD, he's not that big. I mean, he's good on defense, but hey,
But
if
you,
he's gonna
but you,
not get hurt,
but you know what you're getting from AD though. I'll name my five out real fast. Then my five would be Curry at the one. It would be Devin Booker at the two. It would be LeBron at the three. It would be KD at the four and AD at the five.
yeah, I mean, as far as U.S.
Mm-hmm.
players,
Now if AD on some female shit, man, take your ass out. I don't need you. I'll put Bam. I'll bring Bam, and I'll still keep KD.
yeah, the five is a struggle.
But at least you know But based off our conversation, at least what you know what you're getting from the five. You're not expecting him to go get 30 points. You're expecting him to literally be your rough rider.
Yeah, but I can't even expect him to stay on the floor. That's the issue. Like, there's no question about AD being the best for sure when he's healthy and playing. But I mean, yeah, it's just the thing. Will he survive the entire tournament? But
Right.
yeah, I mean, that's a tough lineup to be. I don't think you can come up with a better U.S. men's basketball starting five.
No, I'm not gonna get to the bench. The bench would be different, but I think that five is pretty good.
I mean, just for sending out into the other countries, I would keep Curry and Clay together because Devin Booker he's more ball dominant than at times than Curry. Curry can play off of anybody because how much he moves, but I definitely would want to try to get like Boogie at the center. I wouldn't want AD out of position because he plays center, but he's mainly a four.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, if Dwight want to come back, he could do something. There's not many really American-born centers that's really dominant right now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's none really dominant because you got folks like Jared Allen.
You said Jared Allen?
Mobley a 4 or is he a 5? I mean, 4 or 5.
Probably say 8. It's probably like
Ayton. Is he American?
He said Jared Allen. Okay.
I'm sure DeAndre is.
On that note, it's been a great episode of another Unbiased Sports Talk. Hit the like and subscribe button.